Hey everybody, MichaelBtheGameGenie here, and today we've got an update from Toyshock, and I'm really excited. I've talked about Toyshock on shows before, but I've never made a video about Toyshock myself, despite really getting into pinball and them being the first out of the gate with the virtual pinball machines. But the reason why is, you can never buy the Toyshock machine here in Canada. That is, until now, because several retailers have actually put the new model Toyshock up for sale here in Canada, for pre-order anyway. So first out of the gate was Best Buy here in Canada, and you can take a look on their website. You can clearly see when you go in and type in Toyshock, two separate machines pop up. That's right, we get the Haunted House design we all know and love. I love Haunted House. I love the look of the original cabinet. I love the game, so that's the one I'm probably going to stick with. But for you fans out there that are looking for a Toyshock machine but want some different art, you can order Class of 1812 from Best Buy. So this is another cool game. Class of 1812 is one of the most animated and fun Gottlieb tables out there. There's a lot going on, really easy to get multi-ball quickly, and it's got some cool but creepy clown-inspired art. So Class of 1812 is also available. You can take a look at the information there. What's interesting about the Best Buy pre-order date, it states that you can pre-order it now and that it will be available as of July 14th. So remember that date, because we're going to come back to that. Something really funny about Best Buy, how I found out that Toyshock was available, was I actually went in there and typed in Arcade 1-Up. And when you type in Arcade 1-Up, it'll list all the Arcade 1-Up products. But there at the very end, like, hang on, is Toyshock. So that's how I saw the cabinet. So you can also find them just by typing in Arcade 1-Up. They'll be on the bottom of the screen. That's how you can find them. $729 is a price point. I was a little bit surprised by that. I anticipated that when these cabinets were going to be coming to Canada, it would still be at the $399 US price point. And, you know, we all see that conversion, like with Arcade 1-Up, their normal cabinets are $399, and then that equates to $599. So I anticipated the price point would be somewhere between $5.99 Canadian to $6.99, somewhere around there. So it's more towards the high end of that, a little bit over at $7.29. But I had heard a rumor initially that these were going to be $7.99. So I'm glad to see at least they were able to bring the price down a little bit, even though it is a little bit above what I expected the higher end price to be. Now, if you also want to order these cabinets from somewhere else in Canada, you can also order them from the Brick, because it was only a day after the Best Buy pre-order dates went up that the Brick also put them out for pre-order, and there's something special about the Brick. So you go in, you type in Toyshock into the search bar on the Brick website, and of course only the Haunted House unit comes up. But don't be dismayed, that doesn't mean that they only have Haunted House. In fact, you're going to learn in a second that they have a whole lot more than that. So you go into the posting for Toyshock under Haunted House, and then you will also see two additional color options that are listed there. So you can go down, House of 1812 is there available as well, and also exclusive to the Brick here in Canada. At least we think so far, because we don't know if any other retailers are picking this up. But compared to Best Buy, exclusive to the Brick right now, there's also a black hole design. I know a lot of people really want this one. This is P-Dubs, if I'm not mistaken, his favorite Gottlieb table design black hole, and he said if he was going to get a second Toyshock, this is the one he was going to get. So very cool to see the Brick got this exclusively, and I actually talked to the people at the Brick when they were getting them in. They love the design for the black hole cabinet. I talk to Carl all the time, and the other guys on the Super Game Room dudes, and we're talking about the color choices of the cabinet. And even though I love Haunted House, I think it's an amazing original cabinet, that green doesn't really appeal to everybody. So seeing the blue, that looks a little bit more aesthetically pleasing for some people, especially if you have to please the woman in your life about having this piece of functional furniture there. So a lot of people are going to prefer the black hole blue. So all three of these cabinets are available for pre-order from the Brick. There's also a really good description of what you're getting on the Best Buy page. It was just a short paragraph. The Brick has a really good description of everything that's available with the table. One thing I do want to bring up here, though, if you look at the Brick's pre-order date, it states that it's not going to be available until August 27th for delivery to you personally, and you can't pick it up till September 10th. So I think that the July release date on the Best Buy page might be best case scenario, and I think on the Bricks website saying that it's September 10th for pickup in store might be worst case scenario. So I expect that the table will officially come out sometime in between there. Now, what I also know is that right now in the US, the only Toyshock table you can get, if you can find one at retail, is a Haunted House table. So if you do want a class of 1812, or you do want a black hole table, well, you're possibly going to have to import one from Canada for the time being now. I don't know what's going on, but it's a lot like when the Arcade 1-Up pinball tables came out. Canada got the surplus first, and it looks like that's what's going to be happening here as well. So if you guys in the States are interested in picking up a Haunted House or Black Hole table, you might want to talk to some of your buddies in Canada and see if we can figure something out for you. So the other thing is on the game selection. If you look at it, it's 12 classic, real Gottlieb pinball tables made by Farsight Studios. And a lot of people are going to say, Mike, why are you interested in this? You have a Legends pinball table behind you. Yes, I do. And it plays all those games and plays all those games well. But that's for the multi-Genie-cade. I've said it 100 times that I'm really interested in the look and feel of the arcade, something that can fit in the Genie-cade downstairs, which is all Arcade 1-Up cabinets based on original cabinets and cabinet designs. It's got a very good aesthetic look, and that's the thing I like so much about the Toyshock. All of these tables that they're releasing here, all three, Black Hole, Haunted House, and Class of 1812, are recreations of the original table. So they'll fit right in with my multi-Genie, not my multi-Genie-cade, my Genie-cade. So if I want to play these Gottlieb games that I like so much, now I have a table that's authentic looking that will fit in with the rest of my Genie-cade. So that's something, if you guys are interested, you can consider as well. The other thing too, I'm excited to see this in Canada because this essentially becomes a value-priced alternative to the other tables that are available right now. We all know the Legends Pinball is $9.99. We know the Arcade 1-Up tables are $8.49 here in Canada, so if you're interested in getting into virtual pinball, but you don't want to spend a ton of money, the Gottlieb table is a good option. The other thing too is, with the Gottlieb table, I keep calling the Gottlieb table the Toyshock table, it does have a manual nudge button. So if you have played the Arcade 1-Up tables, the accelerometer, it's a little hard to get working sometimes for some people. This has a nudge button, manual nudge on it, so you'll be able to nudge and play these games in a way that you can do easily, and especially for kids. So that's a big plus side as well. Anyways, what I want to know now is, for you Canadian fans out there, what do you think of this announcement that we have access to the Toyshock pinball table here in Canada? Is this something you're interested in buying, adding to your collection, or is this something you're going to pass? What do you think of the price point? Were you expecting it to be a little lower, maybe more comparable to the price of the Arcade 1-Up cabinets themselves, or did you think it was going to be this high, up towards the higher end like I did? Anyways, guys, let me know what you think of the price point, what you think of the new designs, if you're interested in picking up this table, and if you're in the US, if you're disappointed, you're probably not going to be able to get these right away. Let me know in the comments. I'm really excited for these Toyshock tables to finally become available, and I'm excited to pick one up. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining me for this quick update video. This is Michael B. the Game Genie, and I'll talk to you next time.